Alright guys, so today in the shop we have this Mjdetail SV that's going to be getting a full detail. It did come to us a couple weeks ago to go ahead and get a full detail, but now the customer wants to do a paint correction on it, so we're going to go ahead and get that dialed in. And in this Jeep Cherokee, we're doing the full detail, and we're going to probably do it one step on the outside. Then we got on this opposite side over here, we got this M4 that we're going to go ahead and dial in also with a one step and a full interior. And then we have a black M4 GTS that we got dialed in. We're gonna go ahead and show that a little bit later today. So that's about it. And that beautiful Bentley over there, we already hit it with some rotary, but we're gonna go ahead and wait off so that we can finish this real quick, bring that back in there, finish it off with the DA, foam, and then send it out. So we're gonna go ahead and update you guys throughout the day about our progress. Last but not least, we have Mr. Matthew over here going ahead and doing some vinyl work on some of our dealership accounts that we have. So he's going to go ahead and be doing a whole blackout on this beautiful GLE 63S. And then we have a EQS 580 that's going to go ahead and get it blacked out also, which is over there. So we're going to keep you guys tuned to that also. Alright guys, so today we're going to go ahead and talk about full paint correction procedures of as far as how to inspect it, how to go about doing a paint correction, and then also the post, how to go ahead and prep it for a ceramic coating, and then go ahead and what tools, what air, all that stuff. So that's going to be in this video right now, so let's get to it. So first and foremost, what you want to go ahead and do when you go ahead and dealing with your vehicle is wash it and thoroughly prep it. Which I mean by clay barring every inch of the vehicle, going ahead and following it up with an iron remover, and then prior to going ahead and after drying it, go ahead and do an IPA wipe down or a nanoskin tar solvent prep. So that way the surface beforehand is going to be thoroughly stripped from any waxes, sealants, and then that way you can go ahead and start your procedure with a clean canvas. So that's step number one. Step number two is going to go ahead and be checking your paint. So you want to go ahead and grab a couple lights. So here I have a scan grip light, but I also have a Milwaukee one in the back, or just a general Husky lights. You just need light in general to go ahead and eliminate what is actually there. You cannot go ahead and do this in a very dark area without no lights, because you're not going to go ahead and see a before and after and during while you're actually correcting the paint. You need light, it's essential. So grab yourself a light. I also carry in my little handy roller here a handheld light. So this thing right here is going to be very convenient for you if you need something on the quick, on the fly. This is what I always have in my pocket or in here. Then also 9 out of 10 times while I am going to go ahead and tackling jobs, I have this beautiful thing. Is my little headlight. I have several different ones. This one specifically is more for the interiors or more washing the vehicle, so I go ahead and have a stronger, brighter light. Then I have a more dedicated one for paint, so that way it can be a little bit softer and not too direct. Lighting is essential, you need it. Don't mind the noise, we have our boys tackling the jobs over here. It's a busy day today, so excuses for the noise, but let's get to it. So the third step is gonna go ahead and make sure that you're taping off anything that you don't want to get hit with a paint correction or polish. So anything with wrap, any window trims that you don't want to get messed up, any rubber seals, and any vinyl. This specific SV, we're gonna go ahead and tape off the SV so that way there's no issues with the actual vinyl. Right here we already prepped up this beautiful bad boy on the edges that do not want to get hit just by accident. We're not going to hit it intentionally, but to preserve it so that way we don't go ahead and have to fix it afterwards. So I grab a standard tape. This one specifically is a lot more durable, and it's more like a vinyl, like plasticky feel. If you were to go ahead and hit the tape, it's going to be a lot better because it's going to go ahead and slip a lot easier. A lot of these are a lot more of like a paper fill, and that's going to go ahead and probably smear a lot easier. So if you can't find one that's like this, a lot easier to clean up also. So that's number three. Now that tape's done, you want to go ahead and go to the fourth step. The fourth step is going ahead and inspecting the vehicle. Now that everything is ready to go, you want to go ahead and use your light. So we're going to go ahead and bring this out, which we already did some areas on this vehicle, so it's not going to be too bad. But what we did prior to this was try a rotary in some areas because it was a little bit neglected. And then we finalized that microfiber. So you want to go ahead and do the least aggressive methods. So when you're going and testing and inspecting the vehicle, you want to go ahead and use the least aggressive method first. So what we did was try microfiber, but our first initial thing was maybe rotary would hit it and remove it. But we just mentioned, hey, let's go ahead and hit it with a microfiber to go ahead and see if it cleans up, and which it did. So right here, what we're going to go ahead and do afterwards is go ahead and follow up with the polish, and then we're going to go ahead and be done with this actual car. First and foremost, try the least aggressive, then follow it up if you do need more aggressive, and then work yourself down to a polish and then waxing the vehicle. Number 5. So number 5, you want to go ahead and grab your polisher, your 3-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, whatever you're using. Go ahead and equip it with the actual pad you're going to use and the product you're going to use. So obviously we have something like Chop Top that's going to be a very aggressive compound, or in this case what we use is Classic Cut to go ahead and get rid of all that swirls that was onto this vehicle. Then we're going to go ahead and follow it up with Classic Polish, or we will go ahead and follow it with a more finer one. But for the most part, this is doing wonders, so we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. So for the pads, I want to go ahead and make this clear. You want to go ahead and grab your air compressor. You want to go ahead and have an air compressor for the fact that there's going to be a lot of dull clear coat, there's going to be a lot of gunk, dirt, whatever you're actually pulling off from the paint and making it shiny, it's going to be built up into the actual pad. So you want to go ahead and grab the actual air compressor, blow it out, and once you're done blowing it out, it's going to go ahead and be more of a refreshed pad. So you're going to do that for a couple panels, and then you're going to go ahead and remove this pad and go ahead and install a new pad, so that way it is cutting at its most optimal performance. So that way you don't have no issues and you have the same clarity all throughout the vehicle. So a lot of people tend to go ahead and just run through one pad throughout the whole vehicle, and that sometimes on a very neglected car, it's going to go ahead and not give you the same desired look that you want where you first started on this fender rather to the back, because you've installed a lot of heat and you've gunked up this pad with a lot of dirt. Now that the actual air compressor cannot no longer get out. So always change out about 3 to 4 pads if possible, so go ahead and give you a perfect performance on your actual paint correction. And make sure, because we have a thing where it is common that a lot of people blow, and they blow like right on top of the vehicles, or they blow right onto the wheels. You got to be mindful of that. Get away from the vehicle or get away from the area that you're going to go ahead and be detailing, to go ahead and release all that dirt, all that dust, so that way it doesn't get back on the vehicle. So be mindful of that. Right before we move on to our 6th step, I want to go ahead and mention we're not going to go too in depth at the actual paint correction process, because we're going to go ahead and follow up with another video as far as breaking it down. What's the reason for this maroon pad, for this blueberry pad, black waxing, what are they all used for, and even this, or wool pads. So we're going to go ahead and follow up with another video of going through every single pad and what's the reasons and what you can actually combo them up with, and the process to go ahead and leave you a perfect finish. Now we're going to go to follow up with our 6th step is towels. The importance of beautiful quality towels. Now you can go ahead and have all those steps in line, but if you do not have this most crucial part is towels, you will destroy your finish. So you want to go ahead and get rid of anything that is not edgeless like this, to go ahead and instill any micro marring or any little small scratches. Or if you go ahead and get a mile pile towel that's going to go ahead and remove any of the polishing waxes that you're going to have without instilling any scratches, marring, anything like that. This one has more of it's like a suede finish on the edges, so it's not going to install anything. This one has an edgeless, and these are a lot of what I recommend. There's, I think, the Eagle Edgeless from the Rag Company. That one's my favorite, but it could be a little bit too thick when you're going and removing a lot of polish. So you can go ahead and use something like this that's an all-purpose towel that is a very low profile, so that way you can go ahead and remove a lot of that polish. So number 6 is towels. The importance of towels, and you need them, so go ahead and pick up some quality towels. So number 7 is the last and final step that you want to go ahead and do prior to go ahead and protecting the vehicle. So if you're going to put a wax, a carnauba wax, a sealant, a ceramic coating, or some type of booster onto the actual finish, you want to go ahead and use a IPA wipe down to go ahead and ensure that it is very much dialed in to your standard, Then go ahead and enjoy it, wrap it up and protect it, and then you're all done with the process. Now, if there is any other questions that you have in between that whole 7-step, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. So thank you guys for staying tuned in. Catch you guys later. Peace. And PS, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, you want to go ahead and pick up some type of these little caddies or these wheel carts that have some type of little side profiles so that you go ahead and store some things, because you cannot go ahead and do all this and just have it on the floor. Like right now, if I had a towel on the floor or this on the tower, it's gonna go ahead and create a lot of dirt and dust on the actual bottom. And then let's say if you go ahead and wipe it down, there might be a little bit of dirt on there, then you're gonna go ahead and screw yourself. So go ahead and do that. This is probably like 20 bucks. This right here, maybe a little bit more, but it's gonna go ahead and save your back and go ahead and make you look a lot better, a lot more professional. And then it's easy of use. So don't forget to go ahead and pick that up. One thing I would recommend. So see you guys later.